The Worry Rock. Rosa was spinning like a wheel, arms out, a huge grin on her face. When her mother came up the stairs, she laughed and asked, "What are you doing, Rosa?" Rosa's eyes grew wide. "I was worried about Tomas being in the same school as me this year. I just realized, though, he won't be in my hallway. We won't eat lunch at the same time either, so he can't bother me." Mom looked at Rosa and handed her some clean laundry to put away. "Someday you will understand why your little brother loves you so much," Mom said about Tomas. "Someday you will see having a brother who admires you isn't such a bad thing." The first day of school, Mom asked Rosa to walk Tomas to class. Rosa pleaded and begged not to do it. She did not want to be seen with kindergarten kids. She wanted to be with her friends. Mom told Rosa that she didn't have to help her brother, but Rosa could tell that her mother was upset. On the second day of school, Rosa was looking for Japan on a map when there was a knock at the door. Her teacher, Mr. Martin, answered. Rosa could see the kindergarten teacher at the door. She looked a little worried. Mr. Martin called out, "Rosa, could you please go with Mrs. Williams?" Rosa felt a little tickle in her tummy. She gathered her jacket and her bag before meeting Mrs. Williams in the hall. Although the teacher was smiling, she looked concerned. "Sorry to pull you out of class, Rosa, but Tomas is having a bad day. I thought you could help." Rosa wondered what kind of trouble Tomas might be in. Did he let the class hamster loose? Was he painting his clothes with red paint? Maybe he was hiding in the coat closet and wouldn't come out. Rosa took a deep breath as she followed Mrs. Williams to the kindergarten hall. Rosa and Mrs. Williams arrived at the kindergarten classroom. Rosa saw Tomas with his head down on his little desk. His shoulders were shaking and she could tell that he was crying. Her heart melted. She walked quickly to him and knelt down. "What's wrong, Tomas?" she asked. Tomas looked up at his sister. His cheeks were streaked with tears. He threw his arms around her neck. "Don't tell Mom," he cried, squeezing her tightly. "She thinks I'm a big boy now." Rosa smiled as she tightly hugged her brother. She suddenly remembered how she felt when she started kindergarten. Rosa had carried a small worry rock in her pocket. When she became afraid, worried, or nervous, she simply rubbed the smooth little stone between her thumb and fingers. It always calmed her fears. She still carried the rock in her bag. Rosa dug out her worry rock and placed it in Tomas' hand. "This is for you," she said. "Whenever I am worried, I rub this rock and I feel better. Why don't you try it? I'm going back to class, but remember, I'm not far away." As Rosa walked back to her classroom, she was really happy. First, she was glad that she had the worry rock with her. Secondly, she was glad that she had been able to help Tomas adjust to school. And just to make sure he did, she would walk him to class every day. Number 6. What did Rosa give to Tomas to help him feel better? A. A hug. B. A small stone. C. A smile. D. A small coin. Number 7. Select a sentence that best supports that Rosa was embarrassed of her little brother. The first day of school, Mom asked Rosa to walk Tomas to his class. Rosa pleaded and begged not to do it. She did not want to be seen with the kindergarten kids. She wanted to be with her friends. Number 8. Read the sentence. Rosa saw Tomas with his head down on his little desk. His shoulders were shaking, and she could tell that he was crying. Her heart melted. What does the use of the phrase "her heart melted" show the reader? A. Rosa's heart was made of ice. B. Rosa began to feel sympathy for her brother. C. Rosa was angry with her brother. D. Rosa felt bad that her brother was crying. Number 9. Place the events from the text in order in which they happened. Rosa is embarrassed to walk Tomas to class. Rosa gives Tomas the worry rock. Rosa and Tomas go to school. Tomas gets nervous. Rosa decides to walk Tomas to class. Rosa hugs her brother. Number 10. Which sentence best summarizes the lesson that Rosa learned in The Worry Rock? A. Treat your brother with kindness. B. Younger siblings sometimes need their older siblings' help. C. Don't be annoyed by younger brothers. D. Avoid losing valuable class time when helping your younger siblings with a problem.